Good morning, or depending when you're watching this, good afternoon, good evening, or good night. My name's Ross, and as always told, out of Voice of Radio, so today we need to have a look at Pokémon 151. Now, this was a set I showed you the other day. I showed you the reveal, including the booster pack artwork. I showed you Mew EX, which legit could be full-on broken. I showed you Alakazam EX, which can attack from the bench. And a Kadabra, which is literally the first Kadabra we've had in 20 years. But today, and a tool card that I despise. Absolutely, full-on, unabashedly despise. I am not a fan, ladies and gentlemen. I think I've made that pretty clear. It removes weakness in basic Pokemon, and I detest it. I absolutely detest it. Here's the thing, though. If you go onto the website, and they have finally gone and launched a website now, which is lovely, there are several very cool things, like this background. Who doesn't love this background? Because, of course, it's clearly just coloured silhouettes of all the Pokemon. Well, the original 151, the Kanto Pokemon. And I'm going to leave it on the screen for a second so you can all try and spot your favourite. Yes, I've spotted Porygon. I don't talk about Porygon nearly as much as I do like Mamoswine and Donphan, but Porygon is my OG favourite Pokemon. I love me some Porygon. Still my second favourite Pokemon after Mamoswine. I absolutely adore Porygon for a million different reasons. Also, Porygon was framed and Pikachu should have been banned from the anime. But that's a question for another day. But there's a whole bunch of other stuff on there. Now, one thing which we kind of knew, but it's nice to have confirmation, if you go onto the website, you will see this. And we've clearly got, well, it just says 150 Pokemon, 150 types of Pokemon. Basically what it says. And you'll notice that it's got the first 28, I want to say. The first 28 Pokemon in order there. Now, the ones that have proper images, not silhouettes, they're cards that have been revealed. We'll talk about them in a minute. We've got a good look at some of the cards that were previously revealed, and that's lovely. But what you can do here is you can scroll all the way down, and it takes you all the way down to Mew. And this is basically confirming what we knew already, but it's nice to have it there on the website. Every Pokemon will be getting a new card. Every Kanto Pokemon, every Gen 1 Pokemon will be getting a new card in this set. Although that does leave me with some questions. Take my boy Porygon as an example. I love me some Porygon. Genuinely love Porygon. Porygon's amazing. But here's a problem with Porygon. There aren't many problems with Porygon, but there's a problem here. And the problem is, Porygon's going to kind of be rubbish. Because you see, what we've got are a whole bunch of Pokemon that didn't evolve back in Gen 1 that do evolve now. And Porygon's a great example because Porygon actually got 2 evolutions after the conclusion of Gen 1. So the Porygon in this set kind of has to be terrible because it's going to be an evolving basic which is being printed without anything else. Which is kind of rubbish, honestly. You can say the same thing about Magneton. Back in the base set, Magneton was a holo. Magneton was kind of a big deal. If you play through Gen 1, Magneton's a good Pokemon. Magneton was a big deal in the game, etc., the card game. But now, we got Magnezone. So Magneton's kind of rubbish. And this is where I'm going with this. There are going to be some disappointing Pokemon in this set, kind of inevitably, because there are Pokemon that now evolve, and they're not going to give us a really good, really playable Porygon, because then that would kind of mess things up with the evolutions. I imagine, at least. Prove me wrong, Pokemon. Prove me wrong. But that is something that's been on my radar a little bit. The more I think about this set, that is kind of interesting. But we do have some new products, and we have some new Pokemon, some new promos that have gone and been revealed. So let's go and have a little bit of a gander. Now, I showed you the other day that there was a version of the starter trio, and we've now got good looks at the starter trio. So we've got ourselves this lovely Bulbasaur, 70 HP, 2 energy, 20 damage, and heal 20 damage from this Pokemon. Now that we've got good looks, I have translated all of these myself nice and clearly. Yay! It's not particularly good, 2 energy on a 70 HP basic. Oh no. We've got a Charmander that's got 2 energy 30. I'm alright. Or single energy, discard a stadium from play. Again, it's fine, but it's not particularly exciting. And then we got ourselves a Squirtle that's single energy, flip a coin. If heads, during your opponent's next turn, this Pokemon takes no damage from attacks. It's kind of cool. And the artwork here is absolutely stunning. Oh, and then 2 energy 20, which we're, let's just say we're not going to get terribly excited about this. Alright? Not terribly excited. And then there is, of course, the Pikachu they showed us the other day, which is for a single energy, you search your deck for a basic lightning energy and attach it to this Pokemon. But I've talked about these kind of attacks in the past many times, and the deal very simply is that you attach it to the Pikachu. No, I'm getting too excited about Porygon here. You attach it to the Pikachu, but then the problem is that Pikachu then sits there in the active with 60 HP and then gets KO'd. So you've used essentially your attack to discard an energy from your deck. That's really what you managed to achieve there. And I don't think that's so good, honestly, ladies and gentlemen. So not a huge fan of any of these, to be honest with you. The artwork's lovely. They're not terribly playable, which incidentally is why I'm worried about things like Porygon, because when it comes to Pikachu, we know there's going to be a Raichu. When it comes to Squirtle, we know we're going to be going all the way up to Blastoise. But when it comes to things like Porygon, we're not getting any evolutions here. The Porygon we get is going to be a basic, and it's going to be a kind of a boring evolving basic, and that's going to be all we get. And I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen, that makes me a sad panda. Nothing I can do about it, but yeah, boo, hiss, etc. Never mind, eh? But we have got some new products that have gone and been revealed this morning as well. And we actually saw listings for these a little while ago. These are the card files. And you'll notice they are little binders. They're little binders that you put your cards in. The lovely Poketage has pointed out that they're actually really good for keeping trades and stuff in. I'm not sure if I want to be using these to take around to tournaments. I suppose we'll see if I'm able to get these and how many. If I can get some spares, you'll be seeing me rocking these at tournaments. If I can't, no. I'm afraid I will not be taking these out to tournaments. But what we've got is a card file featuring Venusaur and Charizard. And I'm assuming Blastoise? That would be nice. But it's not actually shown there on the front. And yeah, he must be on the back, because it does say on the website, it lists out all 3 of their Japanese names. So it is in there. We are good. And what you get here are 3 promos, one featuring Bulbasaur, one featuring Charmander, one featuring Squirtle. We have not got the best look at these. I love the art on them, but to be clear, we do not have the best look. The image I've got on screen is the absolute best quality one we've got so far. So I'm loving that Squirtle artwork. I want to know who the artist is. I frankly don't know. I can't translate these cards, which is very sad, but we can't even see the damage. So it's kind of irrelevant anyway. I find it interesting none of them have single energy attacks, which means they're probably terrible. But we don't actually know one way or the other, which is, frankly, a little bit sad. But you get yourself your Squirtle, your Charmander, and your Bulbasaur, and you get yourself the file, and you get yourself 5 packs of the Pokemon 151 set, and you get yourself a catalogue poster. Yay! Cool, I suppose. This is coming out on Friday, June the 16th, which is, of course, the same day as the set itself launches, which is kind of important. And yeah, this looks cool. We then have another one, which features just your classic Pokeball design, but you'll notice it's got also those lovely silhouettes, which are very much the same as you see on the background I showed you a minute ago, but obviously they are silhouetted here rather than just being individual colours. But either way, this is very, 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 very cool indeed. So you got both of these coming. They are retailing for 2,200 yen. That is, of course, if you can find them at retail, which, I hate to break it to you, ladies and gentlemen, might end up being a little bit of a mission. But 2,200 yen shakes out at a preposterously cheap $16.50 or £13.40. I would pay that for these all day long, ladies and gentlemen. All day long. Oh, actually, as I'm recording this, the lovely Primal Lugia has gone and shared off that we've got some better quality images of these over on Amazon. Now, they're still not great, let's be perfectly clear. They are still not great images. I still can't translate the Charmander. We still can't see the damage or any of that. But we can make out these cards are actually reverse holo, and they've got the same kind of Pokeball pattern we've seen on some of these expansion packs in the past. So that is actually really cool to get confirmation that that is a thing. We still don't know what the cards do. Let's not get terribly excited. But we have, and again, it's, you know, it's relative, but it is still a slightly better look. Is it a good look? No. I'm waiting for the day we have a proper look at these. Is it a better look than the one we had previously? Yeah. Yeah, it totally is, ladies and gentlemen. It totally is. These are going to be awesome. They're almost certainly going to be put up for lottery over on the Pokemon Center online. I have never won an Amazon Japan lottery. I used to buy loads of Japanese cards from Amazon before it was a lottery. Since they went to a lottery system, I've entered every single one, and I've never won a lottery on Amazon Japan. So, crossing my fingers for the Pokemon Center online, which, to be fair, has been moderately good to me. I'm crossing my fingers that this carries on, but because I want all of these products, ladies and gentlemen. I want to be... I collect Japanese cards. I was collecting before it was cool, before they were sold out everywhere, before the prices spiked, and I just want to get some packs of this set. I want to collect this set because this set is awesome. Right, there we go. That's the news, and now it's over to you guys. Tell me what you think about this set. Tell me your favourite Gen 1 Pokemon, and I would love it if every single person watching, and I mean every single person watching, yes, including you, goes and puts their favourite... Come on, Dave, including you, Dave. Goes and puts their favourite Gen 1 Pokemon in the comments. That would be awesome. Go nuts! Be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at TheWasi. That's where we talk Pokemon card games, Pokemon card games, all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, all that good stuff. Oh, and get shout-outs on the channel, like the lovely Mike, who's been a supporter of ours for a while now and is a very lovely person. So shout out to Mike for the support and for being a very lovely person. But by far the most important thing, as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching PTCG Radio.